It is the golden age of trade, my friends, and it is golden. We got everything that you need to know how to get to the top 1%. On top of that, at least maximize your score. Thank you for tuning in. As always, if you enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. On top of that, if you got a question, if you got a comment, let me know because I'd love to hear from you. And feel free to join us in our amazing community, my friends, in Discord server. All that information is available to you down below in the timestamps, along with 6 key pieces. And the fun part about this is they're right here in my notes from over a year ago, believe it or not. You can check that video out. And we're going to walk through each of these pieces for you here today because they are still very, very important. And we're going to put another spin and flavor on it for you because we only have about 3 days, a little over 3 days left to go. And we want to make sure that you all get in the top 1% or at least maximize your score. Now, all those pieces are available to you down below in the description. The first one being the breakdown, which we will do. We got a couple things that we need to talk about here. Preparation, prioritization, unlimited donations, boosters, and when to boost. Should you be boosting today? I don't know about that. That's why we're going to talk about it here first and foremost. Now, a couple things about Age of Trade. At a minimum, we want you to get all these lovely, lovely items and claim them, just like me. Now, how exactly you do that? How do you get a nice score like this? 50,000? Yes, very much. You got a lot more to go than that to get to the top 1%, by the way. Couple things here. We do this by this. The Golden Age of Trade is about using your goods. Now, by sea, railroad, or birds. Don't forget that because they're all very, very important. Now, a couple things about this. You get the points here. So, about trade points, we mentioned it. Train station. Free of Wishes, which is the birds. Trade Harbor, which is also kind of birds. And Seaside Market, which is kind of birds too. Those are all the key pieces. Now, here are all the points, my friends. And these ones, the party cakes, it's a party. And we got a lot of them. Look at that. 330. If we do the math on that, that's a lot of points. That's like 3 million points right there, I think, if we do the math. I think. A little more than that. Which is crazy. If we look at the ranking right now, yes, the top people have millions and millions of points. But you don't need millions and millions of points to be at the top 1%. You only need 8 million. Yes. And right now, I'm right at the top 5% in the ranking here. Now, a couple things about this. You want to try and make sure that you're probably doing about 200 to 250 a day. If we look at the minimum right now at 1 million, I haven't donated my stuff yet today, so we'll show you through that in today's episode. It's probably closer to 300,000 because we got about 7 days on this. So if you break it down by each day, that's how you can think about it. So, and I missed the first day. Now, I missed, we can recover. You miss, you can recover. So those are all key things to understand. So that, my friends, is really the overview. Multiple routes to donate your goods. Now, that's the first and foremost thing that we need to remember. The next piece here, like I said, this was from almost a year ago for us, which is pretty sweet. We have preparation. So generally what you want to do is you want to make sure that you are taking advantage of your storage. Now, if you didn't know this, your storage is right here. Many of you probably knew that. However, there is a new piece to the storage one that I want to talk about for you here today. First and foremost, it is this one. Excuse me. With our new... Oh, I didn't time it right. Should have timed it right. This Beast Yeast unlock. We got the balloon dock. Here you can get the ores. You absolutely, before we ever have this again, just keep doing this. Try to get the ores. You want to maximize your chance to the best of your ability. You're going to go select. You're going to clear all these things out. And you're going to do what I do. You're going to go find all the ones that have the double light blue arrows like that. And boost your chances so that you have a good opportunity to hopefully get 5%. Now, it's not great. We certainly could switch out a couple if we really wanted to. But we'll stick it with that. So here we go. We're going to back out. Now we've already done some preparation, and keep doing this while the event is going. Absolutely do that. The other one is this, your research. Your research matters, my friends. We've talked about this already. Just like me, I got a bigger stacks one here. We can do this one to increase our stacks. I absolutely still need to do this. and that's probably going to be my next upgrade. Make sure that you're filling your spaces out, you're doing your stacks, because that is going to be a big thing. We got all those ones done. To help you quickly, the other things that you can do is the faster trains, the faster balloons, all that stuff, which is going to help with this particular event. So those are all key things that you can do in terms of preparation. Now we also have the dashboard. Don't forget to make all this stuff work. You can have your produce all set up. I have it set up to pretty much do all these large ones right before I go to bed. Other than that, I like to pick through what I need and pay attention during the day of what I need to do here. Now, I'm actually going to be going to bed soon, so we should be setting the other one. Anyway, that's what we do, and keep on doing it. Now, a couple things. You don't know what you're going to need right now until we get into it, and we'll show you in a second. And then additionally, on top of that, you don't want to run out. You want to make sure that you have a ton of these things because it will eat into your boosters, and we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. So like this, I'm missing some of these bigger things now because I'm getting starved on some of my resources. So you want to make sure that you're constantly after these things. You're constantly filling things out. We're going to skip through a couple of these relatively quickly. And you want to make sure that you have a ton of these ones because that makes a huge difference. And we'll talk about that here in a second. There we go. Let's keep those going as well. Excuse me. So that, my friends, is all the preparation that you can do ahead of time. The storage, the building, the pieces of going in with the research and the balloon rides and your dashboard, all the stuff that you can do now continuously and previously for this event. Next, prioritization to the max. That is what we care about. So what does that mean? Let's go back into the event here. The golden age of trade. Points, yes, they matter. We need 13,000 of these to make one of these. And a lot of time. Couple things to understand. You want to prioritize all these big things. The good news is I have a lot of these things and they're worth a lot. The problem with some of this is trying to offload it. That is a key. So how do we think about our prioritization? Well, my friends, this is how it's going to work. The first prioritization that you're going to do in terms of things every single time. Excuse me. I'm a little sick, if you couldn't tell. Let's go ahead and go to the trade harbor. Oop, before we do that, we'll come back. I promise. We're going to collect this reward quick. Yes, because I loaded it properly. Is this, again. So we talked about the points. You want to load the biggest things right away. In the trade harbor, this is your first priority. Every single time, do not use the 2x cargo items. Let me repeat that. Do not do that. What you want to do is you want to load in 4 of these. That is going to give you a lot of points. Right there, that was 13,000 times 4. That's over 50,000 points. That's pretty much going to get you a third of the way through what I was talking about before on this particular thing. So if we look at my ranking, like I said, we only need 150,000 points, 130,000 points to get to the top 3%. 2 of those ships gets us almost all the way there. That's how easy it is. That is why you prioritize those pieces. All right, so don't forget, we're at about 3.5%. So we're going to go through and we're going to do that. So this is the very, very first thing that you want to do. Boom, load it all the way. The extra points you want. You absolutely want those. You can't go over, which is too bad. I wish I could do them all. I absolutely do. All right. Next, don't forget to go to the second dock. Here, great rewards. Priority. Done. Look at that. Huge, huge boost. Look at this. We'll go back and check my stats real quick. And then we'll come back to this one. Look at that. 875. Literally almost 1.5%, my friends. 1.5% by doing one thing. That is the most important thing that you can do in this entire thing, right? If you're going to offload anything, that's what you do. If you do that every day, you're going to hit many points, which is great. Okay, so now where are we going from here? We're in the top 3%. Well, we got to keep going, my friends. So the next one here is Seaside Market. You want to make sure that you're in here, you're donating things. Again, not only these things are going to count, You can certainly go through and just constantly donate if that's what you want to do. I personally don't like that. I don't recommend that. However, you can do that if you want to get points. I'm still very picky in terms of what I'm donating. So a couple things here. We're going to leave everything else for now. I'm going to get rid of my wood. Always get rid of my wood, because that's what I do. We could get rid of these if we wanted to, just for the points. This is a good one here. This was a good one here. This was a good one. We actually had a pretty nice roll in terms that typically out of the back 5 or 6, you're probably going to get 2 of those that you're going to like to trade for. Certainly you can trade for the rest if you'd like. Now, in our case, it worked out well. You can restock quickly if you want to refresh. Again, I don't recommend it because you're only cutting in your reward there. And particularly me as a free-to-play player, not really what you want to do. Plus, we love keeping our crystals. So, there you are, my friends. Now, a couple things here. That is the first one. Now, we do this one because, again, the restock every 6 hours. So, again, if you're religious about it, you want to keep checking, you can do that. Next is the train. So, here at the train, my friend, now, I do have an issue. Boom. You're probably going to run the same issue that I have. I need fancy jelly bean meal. Now, we're not going to spend money to get it or crystals to get it. So what does that mean? We have to make sure that we prioritize this in our building. So when we go back to our building, that's the exact thing that you need to make and make sure that you're doing it in order to get that done and knocked out. You do want to do these because that gives you a lot of big items that you can swap for, my friends. That's the second priority. The last but not least thing is this. Typically, in the past, for me personally, every day, generally up until the double bonus days, which is the weekend, I only do the first couple. Now, I can't do that one again. See, I gotta get that stuff. The first couple here. Oh. There we go. All right. That gets us to our 10. Now, with all these, let's go ahead and check and see where we're at. You're going to have those reduced rewards. Those are things that you need to figure out for yourself. So, again, here we go. Back to our reward. We're at 917. We're at the top almost fully. True 1%. We're in the top 2. We can keep going if we want. So, that is right there, my friends, exactly how you want to prioritize these things. The next piece about this and why we're still here is the unlimited donations. So we've prioritized everything. Certainly everything else you can keep, well, this you can keep donating to all the time. Absolutely. You got only a 10-minute cooldown. The other one's 6 hours. The other ones, the trains, take a little bit longer. In our case, because we still want to keep going, we will keep doing this. I get burned again. There we go. Generally, you should hopefully have a lot of these big items like that. Boom, that's a huge one. The cake, 13,000 points right there, my friends. Now, ideally, you can keep hitting a bunch of these big things just like that and keep loading up. Now, in my case, again, we're doing this because we need to catch up to get into that 1%. I would say if you kind of follow these steps over the next 3 days, you're probably going to be able to catch up pretty quickly. Just by watching how I did it. There we go. Another crown, that's great. We need some more cakes. Uh-oh, we're running low, my friends. Let's grab this one here. There we are. And that one. Keep clicking. I'm gonna make you wait with me. Now while we're doing that, we do have swag and merch available. You can check it out. Other great ways to support. Thank you. All right. There we go. And let's go. Last one. Oh my gosh, we did it. We did it, and I didn't jinx myself. So there you have it. So now generally we've maxed all of our rewards. You can still keep doing this, my friends. You absolutely can keep doing this. So if that's what you want to do, we're going to stop with that for today. Let's see where our score is, because we've still got to cover off some points. Look at that. Ranking, top 1%. We're so close. 67. So for me to get there, we would just keep going. That's how you do it. which we will. I'm not too worried about it. I can do it. You can do it. I promise. And we'll have plenty of stuff left over. The key is making sure that you're moving all your stuff through your supply chain, just like this. Keep getting those things going, and everything else. Now, my friends, we have 2 pieces left. The first one is boosters. So think about this. In terms of your boosters, you can absolutely use these right here. You'll be able to use them for the more wishes. You can do the skip here if you need to. This is your boosters right here, the speed ups. A good spot to use them. Generally where I use them actually as well. If I forget to get it done in time, I will do this on the weekend, or the 2x, 3x days. Speed up, call it a day. You can use them on the trains as well. There you go. Now, a couple things that I would do here is you can use the ads to significantly give you a nice boost. If you want to use some of these boosts, you can. It's expensive. I don't recommend it. That's just me. However, what I do recommend is, again, you get a lot of the little one minute boosts. Use them here. It's going to be very important for you to do that. It goes a long way. Lots of resets. Little tedious. However, it adds up quick. Again, same thing here. You got a lot of 10-minute boosts. Those are when you can use. Now, the last part about that, we talked about the boosters. We showed you where the boosters are. When do you want to boost? Ideally, my recommendation on boosting is this. You probably want to start with the last 2 hours left in the event. That's my philosophy on it. You can manage to it a little bit better. It gives you time to build up ahead of time. And then additionally, you can adjust and see where other players are ranking. You don't need to go all the way to the top. You don't need to be at 22 million. You just need to be in that cusp there to make it happen. And you can make it happen because I've done it before and multiple times. So, my friends, that is the last piece of advice for you here today. We gave you several good pieces of advice on the golden age of trade, how to be successful, how to be a top 1% like me as a free-to-play player. Additionally, at a minimum, give you some good tips and tricks to give you a good opportunity to get the best score possible for yourself. Now, with that, we did cover 6 key pieces, plus a little bit of a throwback here, where we did the breakdown, the preparation, prioritization, unlimited donations, boosters, and when to boost, my friends. Now, if you still have a question, if you got a comment, let me know because I'd love to hear from you as always. And with that, excuse me, please feel free to join us in the Discord server. You're not going to hear me coughing in there, at least anyway. With that, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for tuning in today. I appreciate your support. Thank you for the likes and the subs. On top of that, I really do appreciate that. Additionally, thank you to all of our members. We do have memberships available to you, and we have affiliate links, swag and merch. Like I said, you can check all that stuff out. It's a really nice way to support the channel, and I really, really appreciate it. With that, don't forget our socials, at me, chat me, my friends. Stay connected, stay in the Discord. Love to see where you finish this event. This is one of my favorite events because it's a very nice, fast one for us to use up a lot of goodies, get some nice rewards, and keep on chucking, my friends. So with that, thank you. Good luck with the golden age of trade. Keep your supply routes open. Keep those trades going. And keep it a golden age, my friends. With that, keep on running. We'll see you again soon. Best of luck.